The Man in the Brown Suit by Agatha Christie. Chapter 6. I went home delighted. Once in my room, I studied my precious piece of paper. Here was the clue to the mystery. To begin with, what did the figures represent? There were 5 of them, and a dot after the first two. 17.122. That did not seem to lead to anything. I studied the words Kilmodern Castle. I had to get to Kilmodern Castle as quickly as possible. I left my room and returned with a pile of reference books from the Fleming's library. I searched with growing annoyance. Finally, I shut the last book with a bang. I could find no such place as Kilmodern Castle. Why should anyone invent a name like that? It was very strange. I sat back miserably and wondered what else I could do. Then I jumped up. Of course, I must visit the scene of the crime. I must go to Marlow. I would visit the house and pretend that I wanted to rent it. The Mile House had its own lodge, a small house standing guard at its gates in answer to my knock. The door of the lodge opened quickly, and a tall, middle-aged woman rushed out. "Nobody can go into the house. Do you hear? I'm sick of you reporters. Sir Eustace's orders are." I understood the house was available to rent. I said coldly, "Of course, if it's already taken." "Oh, I beg your pardon, miss. I have been so bothered by newspaper people. No, the house isn't rented, nor likely to be now." "Had there been a fire?" I asked in an anxious whisper. "Oh, Lord, nothing like that, miss. But surely you have heard about the foreign lady who was murdered here." "I did read something about it in the newspaper," I said carelessly, which brought a fierce reaction. "I'm sure you did, miss. It's been in all newspapers. The Daily Budget wants to catch the man who did it. Well, I hope they get him. Also a nice-looking man he was. He looked like a soldier. Ah, well, perhaps she treated him badly, though she was a very good-looking woman." "Did she seem upset at all?" I asked. "Not a bit. He was smiling to herself. And then she was murdered. I shall never forget it. Why, I wouldn't even stay here if Sir Eustace hadn't begged me." I thought Sir Eustace Pedler with the French Riviera. So he was miss. He came back to England when he heard the news, and his secretary, Mr. Bagot, offered me double pay to stay on. "That young man now," said Mrs. James, returning suddenly to an earlier point in the conversation. "He was a bit excited. His eyes, I noticed them especially, were all shining, but I never thought of anything being wrong. Not even when he came out again looking so upset. He was upset. How long was he in the house?" "Oh, not long, 5 minutes maybe." "How tall was he, do you think?" "About 6 foot." "I should say so." "He was clean-shaven, you say?" "Yes, miss." "Was his chin all shiny?" I asked suddenly. Mrs. James was astonished. "Well, miss, it was.